Hey everybody, Chris Denny with Denny's Country Life here. Today we're doing a little bit of spraying with the New Holland Workmaster 75 and the Fimco whatever model 60-gallon sprayer with the modified 16-foot boom and the hoop with spring and cable support. So I have calibrated this sprayer. What I'm getting is 12 gallons per acre, which is right about where I want it to be. That's going to put this sprayer right about a 4-acre sprayer. If I'm able to maintain this speed that I'm hoping to achieve during a spraying application, in this case it's right around 4.5 miles an hour. That should be slow enough for me to go through the bumpy fields and not be bucking around like a bronco, but still be able to cover enough ground in a decent amount of time. So what we have is Gordon's Pasture Pro herbicide, and it's a couple different kinds of 2,4-D, and then we have Ike's Pasture Booster, which is, I believe, 1836. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. If not, it's really close. So anyway, hoping to get the broadleaf and woody plants on our horse pasture and cow pasture taken care of, and hopefully give this pasture a little bit of a boost. So this is what we'll be spraying on the pasture today. Gordon's Pasture Pro herbicide, a couple different kinds of 2,4-D in there. Look into that yourself. 1 quart treats up to 1 acre. And over here you have Ike's Pasture Booster, Pasture Fertilizer 1836, 108,000 square feet. That is 2.47 acres, I believe. So that's what we're doing. I'm not sponsored by these guys. This just happens to be what it was most affordable and most easily acquired for me. So I went to one of the local co-ops and kind of told them what I was doing, what I was looking for, and it didn't really seem like they wanted to have anything to do with me. So I just started looking other places, and this is what I ended up getting. So we'll see how it goes. This is pretty much an experiment, just an attempt to try and get my weeds under control and hopefully get a more vigorous growth this season. Okay, so I decided to try and get some footage while I'm driving here, just so I could kind of tell you what I'm thinking. So my boom sticks about 3 feet past the outside of my rear tire, and so what I'm trying to do is shoot for about a distance of 6 feet, maybe a little bit more from my last tire track. And it should be pretty close. So it's just kind of one of those things that without phone markers or GPS, you just do the best that you can. And at this point, any amount of herbicide and fertilizer on this field is better than none. So I will say that it's pretty difficult to do, though. Sometimes you can't see your tire tracks very clearly, and so I know I'm going to have skips here, and that's probably going to be evident, but I guess, see, I can see where I skipped back there, but I'm back on track. So I guess having a little bit of extra stuff in the tank will be good. So far, the T-Jet nozzles are working well. Nice spray pattern on them, and yeah, it's beautiful. It's wonderful. I ran it on bypass just for a little bit to agitate the concoction, and yeah, here we are spraying the pasture. my nozzles are on a 20-inch spacing, and so I'm trying to keep the sprayer right around 20 inches from the ground. That's what they recommend doing. You know, I will say, if I do a lot of spraying, which I plan on doing, I am definitely going to invest in an inexpensive GPS system. There's one that I've been eyeballing for a little while, and I think it's going to be worth it. It's about $1,200, and I think that with the cost of fertilizer and herbicide, it would be cheap insurance. I just maybe won't be able to do it this year, but we'll see what happens. Okay, everybody, so I wanted to talk just a little bit about what I'm doing in case any of you are curious as far as how I'm achieving 12 gallons to the acre in case you have the same sprayer or the same tractor. So, like I said, this is a 60-gallon Fimco sprayer with a 16-foot boom that I modified, 20-inch spacing, and I'm actually getting about a 17-foot pattern. Now, I'm running the PTOs. You can see there, sorry, I'm gonna turn. I'm at 500 RPM on the PTO, and I'm moving at about 4.6 miles per hour. That's perfect. So I don't always like to run all of my PTO ran implements all the way at 540. A lot of them, like especially my baler, I like to run just a little bit below. It just seems like it's a little bit easier on them. So anyway, yep, that's it. I am in second range, fourth gear, and 1700 RPMs, and it's just working out beautifully. So far, my math was pretty accurate. We'll see where we get here at the end of the field. And also, what I do, instead of reaching back out the back window and turning off the shut-off on the actual sprayer, here I can try and whip this around and not whack into anything. Okay, now we're on track. I just turn the PTO off to reach back out of this window and try to get that knob down there. Are you kidding me? No way, Jose. So it's a whole lot easier just to turn the PTO off. Boom, right there. So that's just kind of some of the talking points I guess I wanted to get to. Also, the boom, it sticks out a little over 3 feet past my back tire, but because of the cone shape from the spray nozzle, I'm actually trying to keep a distance of about 8 feet from my last tire track, and I should get just a little tiny bit of overlap with that. I'm perfectly fine with a little bit of overlap. I'd rather have that than have something not get covered. So this should work pretty good. I know there's going to be some fields that I spray where I might not be able to track with my old tire tracks from the last pass. In this case it's working, but I really do plan on getting a GPS system, because if I'm able to help get my weeds under control, make it so that the grass isn't fighting for the real estate, and I can increase my yield, get rid of the weeds, I can ask more for my hay, get more of it. Why not spend $1,200 on a GPS system and save myself a bunch of money on lost herbicide and all that? So yeah, I'm gonna finish this up here and I'll bring you guys back. All right, so we finished spraying. This is I call it 5 acres of pasture. It's probably pretty close to that. somewhere between 4.5 and 5. The land beyond that other fence is not ours. But anyway, so it took me about 35 minutes to spray it, and my math was just about perfect. I'm putting on right there at about 12 gallons to the acre. So I told you in the beginning of the video that I added an extra, whatever, 3 or 4 gallons. And that's pretty much exactly what I had left by the time I had finished spraying both sections of the pastures. This is the cow side, and that is the horse side. We spread horse manure on that side and cow manure on this side, kind of as an experiment to see what kind of a difference we get in yields. And I can tell already that the cow side is doing much better, and I think that's probably obvious to everybody, the reasons why. But anyway, so the math worked out perfect. Anybody that is looking to calibrate their sprayer, you've never done it before, there are gobs of good YouTube videos on this. Some of them are less helpful, some of them are very helpful, and at first, to me, it almost kind of didn't make sense. I was thinking, oh, does it account for, the number of, sprayers you have? Yes, it does. So anyway, it worked out really good. Also, after watching quite a few other videos of people spraying and seeing, especially like the homemade systems, a lot of them are using the same PTO roller pump that I have. It's this that guy right there, and they're spraying with like 24-foot plus booms, and significantly more nozzles. So I'm, after using this today, I think that a 17-foot swath is good. It's decent. I can spray a field pretty quick. But it would actually be really nice to have an additional, 4 or 6 feet on that. So that's something I might play around with. Basically, all I would have to do at this point, since all the hard work is done with the support, is extend this out probably just another 20 inches or 21 to account for the mount, and add another nozzle. So anyway, that's something that I'm likely going to do. But otherwise, this is nice because when I have it folded up, I can fit, it isn't any wider than the tractor, and I can fit through, an 8-foot gate, no problem. If I do extend that out another 2 feet, I would have to probably fold the booms out straight in order to get through an 8-foot gate. The tractor itself is 7 feet wide, but anyway, all is well. I'm glad I finally got out and sprayed. I finally got to use the sprayer. I hope all is well for you guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Put them down in the comments below, and I will get back to you. Have a great day.